Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be rating an Arlecchino Excisioner by me. So let's get into it. Arlecchino has been busy now, and you knew that, but nothing would deter you from trying to find ways to meet with her, to spend whatever time you could, and whatever time she was free, within her presence. After all, as difficult as she was for some people, she was the one that you loved, and she was someone that you would do anything for, despite how she may be received by others, fearsome as she may be. But she had your heart in her hands, and that was something that was certainly a feat, considering how she was. Initially, Arlecchino did not even think that love was for her. To her, love seemed like a silly thing, very whimsical, and very unreliable. But to know that someone would actually be so interesting enough that she would actually want to make the effort and try to be in a relationship, it was very difficult for her to navigate this, trying to see what you wanted, trying to tend to it, trying to pay attention to all of your needs, and also not forgetting your own. Well, to be quite honest, she would not. But it was still difficult to pay attention to everything she needed to. And right now, she knew that your needs meant a lot more to her than anything else, if she were to be totally honest. Well, she was honest with you at the very least, and it was the honesty that she could afford. But as you were very busy, and so was she, the two of you barely had any time to meet, and you knew that you had to make some sacrifices to be able to see her more throughout the day, if you cared so much. And you did. You truly did. Enough that you actually went to the House of Hearth to find her and to spend some time with her. It was a complete surprise, something that she was not even predicting, but she wanted so badly. She wanted to see you, and seeing you surprise her like that, coming to her office, and doing this, was a way to make her most pleased indeed. Oh, my darling, I did not expect to see you today. What brings you here? Not much, Arlecchino. I only came because I missed you. I was hoping that you would want to see me, and that you could free up like 10 minutes for me, if that would be okay. You ask her? You feel a little bit nervous. It's been so long, and you barely see her just a couple of times, every single month, and it feels like nothing at all. It's not enough, certainly, because you only seemed to want Arlecchino more than you did, with each single visit. So here you are, going over to her, and hoping that seeing her and being in her presence will at least sate your needs for a little bit. Of course, I have missed you dearly as well, she says, inviting you to sit next to her, opening her arms. And you go into them with no hesitation. Of course, you don't have any hesitation. It's what you've been waiting to do ever since you left and set out to see her. And right now, as you're within her arms, you can't help but tighten your grip around her, as if she will simply go away if you simply loosen your hold and stop holding on. And she can tell that. Lion, my dear, I'm not going anywhere. I already said I'll stay with you for a little bit. Now you can just relax. Nothing's going to happen, she says, and although you seem reluctant to believe her, you have no choice but to do so. And eventually, she cups your face in her hands, leaning in and pressing her lips against yours. And soon, you find whatever worries were in your head slowly fading away. The only thing within your mind is Arlecchino, her lips and how they felt on your own. And soon, it's not just a simple kiss. No, she deepens it. And soon you're losing yourself more and more with each passing moment. Arlecchino, able to do so much for you, and be able to make you feel like you're lost in a magical world just by being with her for a couple of seconds, a couple of moments, where you feel like you're in heaven. That's how being with her felt like, and that's why it was so difficult not to be with her for one day, let alone a week. And soon, as you lost all of your senses and could only focus on what Arlecchino and you were doing, you could not notice the way that someone had knocked on the door, not once, but twice. And soon they had the gall to enter. You didn't even notice that, and neither did Arlecchino. She was too engrossed in her work here. And soon, she noticed it. Only because of the sound the child had let out, coughing a little bit before looking at you both with wide eyes. I certainly did not expect to walk in on this. Anyway, I'll be outside. I needed you for something important, but I will tell you later, he says, suddenly very serious and very awkward. There was even a faint blush on his cheeks, and before Arlecchino could say anything, he had disappeared. You were a blushing mess. Meanwhile, Arlecchino was not fazed in the slightest. If anything, she was slightly annoyed. He should learn to respect spaces better than this. But alas, I don't care too much to actually teach him. Anyway, my dear, how about we continue on with what we were doing here? It is much too interesting and fun to cut off, she says. And with that look in her eye, and with the way she's holding you, bringing you closer, you can never say no. Not that you would ever want to. You're here, doing all what you wanted, and getting all the attention you've been dreaming of.